Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some pink and red book recommendations. Valentine's Day is coming up fast, and February in general is just kind of looked at as a month of love and romance, so thought this would be a fun video to give you some book recs of maybe some books that you'd like to read that fall into that red and pink color theme. I'm going to be grouping these together by genre, so I have them divided out into fantasy, romantic suspense, historical fiction, and contemporary romance. And as you might suspect, contemporary romance is definitely carrying the lion's share of the pink books. Now there are some of these books that I have read and some that I haven't, but they all look really good and they all fit the color theme that we're going for. And not every book is going to be completely pink or completely red, but there has to be at least some pink and some red on the cover. So let's start off with a few historical romance, and first we have The Lost Melody by Joanna Davidson Politano. This has a pianist in it, so she's a concert pianist, and it says that this book is haunting, riveting, and filled with hope, and this is by a fellow author who blurbed this on the back. Looks super interesting. Next we have A Game of Hearts by Joanna Barker, and this is a Regency romance that has archery involved. You don't have to tell me anything else. Anytime there's archery involved, I'm there. Love archery. This looks really good. So definitely one to maybe check out for this month. And then we have When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Meyer. This one is the first in the Timeless series and definitely a series that I would recommend all day long to anyone who likes historical fiction and time crossing. All right, next let's get into some fantasy. First up we have Ignite by Kara Swanson. The main character in this book is a phoenix and I am completely intrigued by that. I want to know what's going on in it. I've heard great things about Kara Swanson and this looks like a really good read. The next one we have is Heart of Red, Blood of Blue, and this is by Rebecca Belliston. It says on the back, can a girl who started the war find a way to end it? And of course there's romance, and of course there's intrigue. So this one's completely red, very much fits for this month. And then we have Legacy of Roses by Melanie Cellier. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Anytime we have a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I want to read it. Such a good fairy tale, and I love fairy tale retellings of that fairy tale. So check out Legacy of Roses if you want to have a new spin on a classic fairy tale. And then we have Evermore by Jodi Headland. This is the first book in the Lost Princesses series. I have read the prequel to this series and that was a really, really good book. It was a very small book. It was a short story, but she did a great job with that story and it really sets the stage for the main series that follows. I'm looking forward to reading this in 2026, and it says on the back, an ancient key, a secret treasure, and a princess destined to use them both to fight evil and restore peace. And next we have Dreams and Dragon Wings by Ashley Willingham. This is a retelling of the Sleeping Beauty fairy tale. Looks amazing. There are dragons. You don't have to tell me more. I want to read. It looks amazing. I'm hoping to have time to get to this month. I don't know if I'll be able to, but this one's got to be read soon. It looks so good. And moving on to romantic suspense, we have Into the Fire, and this is by Irene Hannon. This is the first book in the Undaunted Courage series. Irene Hannon does a spectacular job with romantic suspense novels. I've read quite a few of her books, and I'm looking forward to this series for sure. And on the back it says, instinct only takes you so far. After that, you need proof. But cunning killers hide their tracks. And then we have Seconds to Live, and this is by Susan Sleeman. This is also the first book in a series, I believe. I don't remember. Oh yes, Homeland Heroes Book 1. So this is the first book in that series. Again, we've got a solid red cover with just a silhouette. And this looks so good. It says, the seconds are ticking down before someone dies. And this one has cyber criminals in it, so looks super intriguing. And then we have Shattered Sanctuary by Nancy Mell. This is the first book in the Erin Delaney series. I've read a couple other Nancy Mell books and they are so good, so I expect nothing less with these. This series is ongoing. I think the third book is coming out this year in 2026. So first two are out, third one is on its way. This looks like a great series. And next is Girl Lost by Kate Angelo. I read another book by Kate Angelo. It was part of one of the Elite Guardians spin-off series. She did so fantastic with that book. A great mystery, compelling main leads, wonderful. So I'm excited to see what she does with this book. And then we have A Secret to Die For by Lisa Harris. This one I actually recently read and it was very good. I enjoyed it. The mystery was fast paced. There was a lot going on. I really liked the two main characters. They had a lot of growth and development throughout the story and a lot that they were trying to overcome from some things that had happened in each of their respective past. So a very good story, and all this pink on the cover in the background fits our pink and red theme for February and Valentine's. So I definitely recommend you give this one a try. All right, and that brings us to the contemporary romances. Like I said, this one has a lot of pink in it, as you might would expect, and there's some very intriguing books in here. First is If All Else Sells by Emma St. Clair. This one says on the back, in this enemies to lovers romance, school nurse Josie and her brother's best friend, hockey player Wyatt Jacobs, are tricked into spending a summer together that's anything but smooth sailing. So even though this takes place in the summer, get a little glimpse of summer in February, break up the winter time. This might be a really cool read for February. And we have to have this one as part of these recommendations. My Phony Valentine by Courtney Walsh. This is a holidays with heart romance, and definitely, I mean, it takes place at Valentine's Day. Couldn't pick a better book for this time of year, and it's very much pink. Courtney Walsh is a fantastic author. I love her books. So if you haven't read her before, I definitely recommend you give one of her books a try. Then we have Authentically Izzy by Pepper Basham. This was so good. I read this, I think it was later in 2025. Such a good story. There's a lot of letter writing back and forth between the two main characters, and it was so cool to kind of get to know them throughout their letters back and forth. Such a sweet romance. Then we have The Sweet Life by Suzanne Woods Fisher. This is a very pink cover. And this one says on the back, welcome to summer on Cape Cod, a place where the sweet life just might be possible. And we have Meet Me in the Margins by Melissa Ferguson. This one doesn't have a lot of pink, but it does have pink writing and everything, and the whole side is pink. So it definitely still fits the prompt for pink or red books. And it looks like for this one, our main female character is an editor-chief of a successful romance imprint. So if that doesn't fit, I don't know what else does. And another Courtney Walsh, we have Everything's Coming Up Rosie. I have read this one, loved it. It was so good. The characters were amazing, and I especially liked some of the side characters that you meet along the journey that the female main character and male main character go on. So yes, highly recommended. And finally, we have Royally Rearranged by Emma St. Clair, another one with pink writing and a pink spine, so it still fits the prompt for this video. And this one says, there will be a royal wedding. The only question, who will be my groom? Like Courtney Walsh, Emma St. Clair also is known to have quite a bit of humor in her romances, so I have a feeling this one is pretty funny. I haven't read it yet. It's a recent acquisition, but I'm looking forward to reading this one. And there we are, a bunch of different books that are pink or red to read this month, and hopefully with Valentine's coming up soon, you can find one of these that fits the vibe for a read leading up to the holiday. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate you all so very much. And as always, remember to keep following your dreams and believing in the magic of this thing called life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.